We've been talking about the Game Awards. We've been talking about what everybody else is talking about, which was their game of the year. I have two specific lists that I have curated, and we're gonna just go down them. We're not really building them. They're made. We can look at them from the get-go, and then I'm just going to talk about them as we see them. And based off of what I say, maybe I'll make some changes. You are going to see, and maybe this is one video, maybe this is two. It depends on how long this goes. But you're going to see one video. You're going to see one list, which was my top 10 games that came out this year. And then you're going to see a second list, which is my favorite games overall that I played this year. It would have been my first time playing it, or a very long time since I had played it, and it was basically re-energizing my interest in that game. So let's take a look. So I really thought about this list. I moved some stuff around. I thought about some stuff. There was some game at one point for a good chunk of time. I had Dying Like the Beast on my list. And then I ended up opting to take it off of the list. So it was still a fun time. This is my list, and I'm sticking to it. Ninja Gaiden 4 is great. It's super dope. It was super fun. I didn't get anything really out of it narratively that was very interesting to me. Great bosses. Some of my favorite boss fights in video games this year. It was a good time. I really enjoyed it. Marvel Cosmic Invasion really snuck up on me right at the end of the year. I had forgotten this was coming out, and this game is such my jam. It is so well made. It looks great. It returns us back to a better time in my life when Josh Keaton was Spider-Man. I have nothing against Yuri playing Spider-Man, but I love Josh Keaton as Spider-Man so much. I think his voice matches that character perfectly. But the combo potential, the Marvel vs. Capcom references in this game alone, it's so well done. I just love everything about it. It's just, I think at the end of the day, side-scrolling beat-em-ups aren't like my go-to games, but it's fun, dude. It's really fun. I highly recommend that game, especially if you can play it with friends. It's super good. Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, had a great time with this game. It's definitely not my favorite in the Yakuza slash Like a Dragon franchise. I think the main plot itself in this game was not that interesting. I didn't care for the main story. I think the subplots in Pirate Yakuza were some of my favorite in the series, though. The Minato girl stuff was so funny. It was just a fun run around the Hawaii map, be a pirate, and we get to be Majima. And it was my first time really jumping in with an English dub, and I was actually quite impressed with the English dub. Go see Yotei. You're watching it on the channel. I think Ghost of Yotei is stellar. I think Ghost of Yotei is some of the best work that Sucker Punch has ever done. It's one of my favorite open world maps. The combat feels good. The stance situation, the stance system in Tsushima is back in this game, but it's more interesting because it's new weapons with different move sets versus just, is his sword up here or is it here? They made some little minor updates and upgrades and changes to Tsushima to make Yotei that just overall makes it a better package. It's really good. I liked the side quest duels, and it was a fun platinum as well. I had a good time getting the platinum in that game. Silent Hill F. I will sing the praises of Silent Hill F while also stating that I didn't have a whole lot of fun playing it. It's a really weird situation. I just need you to hear me out. I don't think another game came out this year with a better written narrative in it. The story in Silent Hill F is so dark, twisted, well told. It's amazing. This is in the conversation for one of the best survival horror games ever made. I genuinely think that. The combat is a drag, but the combat is supposed to be a drag. How you feel dealing with all the enemies and all the bullshit in that game, the main character's feeling, so it's intentional. I really like the Otherworld stuff. I like how much of a badass you become throughout the course of the game, and how much the character just continues to just give less and less of a fuck about the horrific monsters surrounding her. She just deals with them, moves on. Dispatch is the only game on here that, like, I could potentially swap it with Death Stranding 2, but my opinion on, like, Telltale Games has kind of changed quite a bit in the past couple years. I will enjoy games like this, but I'm always more than likely going to pick a game with like quote unquote gameplay over a game like Dispatch or Walking Dead nowadays. Now that being said, they did my favorite thing with a game like this, which is they opted to remove the like walk around the room and talk to people about what they're doing, and then they just went story, story, story. Dispatching is really fun. There's parts of it that gets really stressful, and I was quite good at it in my playthrough, but Dispatch was stellar, and I'm really looking forward to the opportunity I have to go back and play through it again, because I'd like to get the platinum in the game. Sorry, Karlak, you've been benched. Malevola is my new love, and I'm deeply sorry. Deeply sorry. What could I say about Ball Pit, dude? What could I say? Here's the problem with Ball Pit. It's so addicting. Here I am sitting here thinking about Ball Pit, and it's making me go, man, I wish I was just playing Ball Pit instead of making this video. You continue to just develop and grow, and you just start getting more stuff for your village. You're building new houses to unlock new characters. You're building like these little huts and mausoleums and stone tablets that like increase specific base stats for your characters, and it's like, hey, if you bounce off of this building in your village, then like you go into the next match with more money. Like you get tons of really cool and fun upgrade materials or upgrades that just change the game. Just can't stop playing it. If I sit down to play Ball Pit, I play it for at minimum 2 hours. I don't play it less, and generally I will play it more than that. Good game. Man, I have very strong feelings for Death Stranding 2, and part of those feelings comes from the fact that I basically back-to-backed Death Stranding 1 and Death Stranding 2, and we'll talk about Death Stranding 1 later. Death Stranding 2 is stellar. I had a really good time with this game. All of the narrative like all of the narrative stuff was super well told. It's still kooky, weird Kojima-ness, and that works for some, it doesn't work for others, and if it doesn't work for you, I get it. But it's just, I love those characters, and I love the goofy stuff you can do. I really enjoyed like doing the proper quests for the pizza guy so that you can learn kung fu from the pizza delivery guy. You know, when he gives you a weapon that is like a piece of dough that you spin on your finger, and you can throw it at people, bounces back, and the fun cosmetic stuff and traveling, and they did such good stuff rebuilding the world more interesting, like with roads and monorail systems they added. So many new systems and mechanics. They got snubbed. I didn't talk about it in the video, but honestly, I think there's a couple characters in Death Stranding 2, a couple actors that should have been nominated for best performance, and they just didn't. Kojima has done it again. Hades 2, I absolutely think it's just one of the most fun games I've ever played. Its art style is amazing. Its music great, its narrative is super well told. It's just a great time all around. 10 out of 10 perfect game. Now they had a weird post 1.0 patch for Hades 2 that modified the ending, and what they did so that folks could see those cutscenes and didn't see those cutscenes, yada yada yada, wasn't my favorite thing in the world. That genuinely kind of deterred me from really getting back into it. But once I got back into it and I just kind of made some adjustments, I was fine. I love Hades 2, and I'm really looking forward to making something for the channel with it. That and Hades 1. I want to make videos with both of those games. Hades 33 is a 10 out of 10. It won Game of the Year for a reason. I agree with that reason. Nearly perfect in every way. They made turn-based combat the most interesting turn-based combat's ever been. I love the characters. I love the characters to death. I love that each character in and of themselves are references to different like Japanese RPGs, and in some cases they don't function like JRPGs, they function like action games. Verso is a Devil May Cry game. The story that Expedition 33 tells is a story about like pain, in a lot of cases suffering, but working through that to achieve what you set out to do. and they set that up so beautifully in Act 1, and they pay it off so well in Act 3. We can argue all day and all night about like which ending is like the good ending and which one's the bad ending. Both of them have caveats. No ending in that game is perfect because the situation sucks. I'm really looking forward to the day that I'm gonna go back through on New Game Plus and play through it again, because there's bits and pieces of that game that I don't remember very well because I played the game when it came out and that's it. I loved it. I loved E33. I didn't get to play Silksong. I didn't play it. I own it. I bought it to support the team. I'm trying to beat Hollow Knight 1, and then I will play Silksong. Yeah, this is my list. I'm gonna stick with this. I think this is my list. I feel good about it.